No. I wasn't hoping that they'd, convict Eliot. It's just that if the jury thought that he could have committed the murder, then that would have been the reasonable doubt that Draper needed.
Yeah, but it isn't necessary that they believe that somebody else is guilty. The important thing is that they believe that Draper is innocent, and that's what they're going to think today when they hear him testify.
Do you really believe that?
Yes. You know Draper's going to be convincing.
I know Draper's going to be convincing because I know Draper. The jury doesn't know him.
April. Oh, honey, hi. Hi, Nicole. How are you?
Okay. You can't seem to stay away from this courtroom, can you?
Well, actually, I didn't come to see the trial. I can't bear that whole horrible thing, but I came to see my very best friend. You don't think I'm still your friend, I can tell.
Raven, what you did yesterday wasn't exactly an act of friendship. Well, at least not for Draper.
You mean for going on the stand and telling the truth about Eliot? So what was I supposed to do?
Nothing, I suppose.
Look, April, I didn't want to say anything. I made Eliot promise not to say anything about us being together that night. But we didn't know that Margot was going to be murdered. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You don't have to apologize. I knew my mother was murdered. I also know that it wasn't my husband who did it.
Well, of course he didn't do it. I know that. I know Draper just about as well as you do. I was engaged to him first, you know.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
I know Draper couldn't have done anything like that. And they'll find out it's a big mistake when he goes on the stand and tells the truth. That's what he's going to do, right? Mike Carr's going to call him up there?
Yes, Draper's going to testify today. I gather you plan to attend.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it. Can I sit with you, too?
Raven, why haven't you been in the courtroom before this?
I told you. I just didn't want anyone to know I was in town.
Why? I mean, why the big mystery?
I don't know. I felt like it. You know me.
Yes, I do.
April, look. I did not mean to hurt you or Draper. It's just Eliot called me and he was very upset. He was just trying to protect me and it made him look like he was a suspect. So what could I do? I'm the only one who knew he was very far away from that apartment when the murder took place.
Look, I'm not trying to blame you.
Good. It made me come out of hiding anyway, and I'm glad because now I can be here to help my friend.
What about your husband?
Logan and I are separated, you know that? I saw him yesterday. I also saw my little baby. He's adorable. Have you seen him?
Not recently.
You know, it's really a shame that you and Draper didn't keep him. I was really sorry about that. You two would have made lovely parents.
They will make lovely parents.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I mean, it's obvious you're going to have a baby of your own. I was so happy when I heard the news.
I'm sure you were.
Okay, you can come in now.
Yes?
Raven, it's Eliot.
Oh, Eliot, hello. What do you want?
Hey, look around and see if you can find a better tone of voice.
I'm sorry, darling. It's just that I don't have time for a chat. I have to go shopping.
I've got to see you, Raven. It's important.
Yes, I'm sure it's very important. Actually, there are very few important things in my life, but shopping happens to be one of them.
Well, this happens to be more important than shopping. I have a vital decision to make.
Eliot, McGrath has a sale once a year. This is the last day.
I could understand your hesitancy, Raven, if you told me you had to go to the courthouse. I'm sure you've heard the rumor that the jury has returned.
No, I hadn't heard. What's the verdict?
Hasn't been announced yet. I'm sure you'd be interested, seeing you told me that you were once engaged to Draper Scott.
We all make mistakes. Fortunately, mine was corrected by me in plenty of time.
Really? You mean you were the one who broke off the engagement?
Yes, I was. I felt that Draper was a very immature boy, and he certainly proved it with his little temper tantrum. I mean, it got him in a lot of trouble.
I doubt that the child could have wielded a poker as well as he did.
Really?
I can't imagine the court will find him guilty. They'll send him to prison for years.
Well, I don't care about that. I'm worried about the years ahead of me. Raven, I'm gonna have to leave Monticello.
How dreary. The second I get back into town, all the good-looking men are leaving. If you leave and Draper goes to prison...
Listen to me, Raven. I may have to go to California.
Oh, yes, to be a movie star. Wait a minute. It's not for your career, is it? It's Nola Madison. Does she want you to go there with her?
Yes, she decided to close up the house here and move out there permanently.
Well, then I guess you'll have to go. You are engaged to her. She does wear the pants in the relationship, the pants with all the money in the pockets.
Listen, Raven. I don't feel like going anymore.
Well, why not? If you want to be a movie star, Eliot, you have to go to Hollywood. That's where it's at, baby.
I have no illusions about my movie career, I told you that. If the reviews are good, maybe something will come of it, but otherwise...
Otherwise, there's the lovely Nola Madison.
Raven, you gotta listen to me. I have to see you. We have to talk about this.
Eliot, what do you want from me? You want my advice?
Yeah, maybe advice is what I want. Oh, why don't you understand? Everything was so clear to me before you decided to come back here. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted.
Yes, Nola Patterson Madison.
But now that you're back... Ah, damn you, Raven. Why did you have to come back?
Oh, because I felt like it.
Yeah. You just do because you feel like it, huh? Mm-hmm. But I also know you have reasons for everything you do. Now, come on, out with it. Why did you come back here? What was the reason you were hiding out? What did you do all those weeks before we met on the street?
Eliot, it's none of your business. Now I do have to go.
Raven, don't you even care what I'm saying? I'm leaving. You may never see me again.
But of course I will, on the silver screen.
I've got to see you, Raven. Tonight.
All right, look. I can't see you tonight. Tomorrow. The old coach house. 6:30?
Yeah. All right. I'll be there.
Okay.
Logan, I think perhaps it's time that you took the proper steps to prove that you are the real father of Jamie.
I'd like nothing better than to have Jamie legally recognized as my son.
Well, then take whatever steps are necessary.
You mean that?
Why not?
Because there's only one way that I can prove that he's my son. And to do that, I'll have to damage the memory of somebody that you cared about very much. The truth about Kevin will have to come out.
Well, what do you suggest we toast to, my darling Raven? Perhaps to old times and the new times ahead of us.
How about to, no one I know spotting me in here with you?
Why do I feel that you're not in the proper mood for this little tete-a-tete?
Well, you see, Eliot, there was this really great movie on television that I really wanted to stay home and see.
I thought the indoor activity you enjoyed most required two.
I'm gonna finish this drink, and then I'm gonna leave alone.
It's not like you to come down with a headache, Raven.
Damn it, Eliot. Look, I didn't want to come tonight. Why couldn't you have taken no for an answer?
Because I found, my dear, that invariably when women say no, they mean yes.
Well, this is the last time because there are to be no more seedy rendezvous, okay?
I think this place is perfectly reputable. I bet you half the couples in this room are married to each other.
It doesn't matter. Because the point is that I cannot be seen in public anymore with men that are not my husband.
Well, that's never concerned you before.
Well, it concerns me now.
Why the, southern reverence for your marriage vows?
I've turned over a new leaf.
I don't believe that for a second. You're up to something. What is it?
All right, look. You asked me here to discuss something, so I'm listening.
Ever since your return from London, your behavior has made you very much the mystery woman.
I don't owe you any explanations. Besides, you're a little mysterious yourself. When you called me, you made it sound like this was a matter of life and death.
It was important to me.
Oh, I see. Now that I'm back, you have this insatiable desire to be with me. Is that it?
That and more.
Okay, then let's get to the more part.
As I've told you, Nola wants me to go to California with her.
Ah, yes, that's right. You're engaged to the lovely Nola Madison. So what do you want from me? You want my blessing? Okay, I hope you two will be very happy. If that's what you want, if you want to go to California,
Raven.
become a big movie star, make a lot of money.
Raven, now that you're here, I don't want to leave.
Eliot, I'm very flattered.
Oh, you're making this very difficult for me.
Poor Eliot. He can't have his cake and eat it too. You're just gonna have to make up your mind, aren't you?
Rave, why did you have to come back now?
Monticello's my home, Eliot.
I had my whole life all neatly planned out. You've complicated matters immeasurably.
Look, you have to decide for yourself. Don't worry about me.
I can't believe you want me to go to California.
Well, I just want you to make your own decision, and then I'll just have to live with it.
You know, Raven, not many women have treated me the way you've done and gotten away with it.
Oh, Eliot, are you threatening to dump me?
If it were anyone else but you, maybe.
Well, lucky me. I mean, imagine the hundreds of people that have probably had their hearts broken by you.
A fate you should not fear experiencing, my dear. Obviously, you have no heart.
You know, I suppose that being treated like an idol doesn't turn you on anymore. Maybe that's why you're mad about me.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, unlike all the other members of your admiration society, I don't give a damn what you do.
Well, I just want to say thank you. Not just for being a partner or a teacher, but for being my friend. I don't know what to say, Mike. I hope what's happened here won't change what you and I had before.
Not a chance, Draper.
Mike, I feel like I let you down.
Are you kidding? If anybody feels sorry about what's happened, it's me. I never walked into a courtroom wanting to win a case so badly as I did yours.
Mike, you did a hell of a job.
Yeah, I tried. But it wasn't enough.
Excuse me. Yeah, Anna. What? What does she want? Well, I'm sure it's not that urgent. No. Of course I'll see her. You know, my day started off badly, and now the rest of it's gone right down the tubes.
Who is it?
Oh, God. Oh, Draper. My poor baby. I mean, how could this awful, terrible, unbelievable thing ever happen to you? Oh, baby. I mean, my heart just goes out to you. To think you're going to be locked up in some godforsaken prison for years with who knows what kind of element.
Sure, there'll be criminals.
Well, I know. And I've heard about what that kind of element does to a person, Draper, and you just have to promise me that you won't let that happen to you.
Well, I'll do my best, Raven.
If you'll excuse me, I've got some work to do.
Oh, no, Mike. Please stay. Raven's going to be leaving very soon.
Oh, hello, Mr. Carr. Oh, you were so wonderful in the courtroom. I'm really sorry that things didn't turn out differently.
So am I.
Look, I realized that I gave Eliot Dorn his alibi, and well, I felt terribly guilty about that. But what could I do? I mean, Draper, look, when he called me up and he told me he wanted me to go on the stand, I didn't know what to do. It was very difficult for me to tell the whole world that I spent my evening in my hotel with Eliot Dorn. And of course, we were only talking, but, well, I'm sure people think otherwise.
Oh, I'm sure.
Draper, if I had realized that by clearing him, I was getting you into more trouble, I would have kept my mouth shut.
Now, why would that have any bearing on the matter?
Because I would much rather see Eliot Dorn in jail for murder than Draper.
Well, right now, Dorn is free and clear, right?
That's right, and you should be too. Draper, look. No matter how much incriminating evidence they had against you, I don't believe for a second that you bashed in that poor woman's skull.
Thanks for coming by, Raven, but I'm afraid you caught me at a bad time. I was just on my way out to see April.
April's what I came to talk about. I think that we should have a little discussion about her.
We should discuss her?
Yeah. So you're going to be gone for a long time, and April's going to be desperate for somebody. She needs somebody to look in on her, sort of like take your place.
Yeah, go on.
Well, I want to be that friend, and I want your blessing.
You're kidding.
No! I've never been more serious in my life.
Raven, I appreciate the thought, but I've already made other arrangements for people to look in on April.
Oh, please, please, Draper, it would mean so much to me. I could make up for all the terrible things I've done for you.
Now, look, Raven, if you have any guilt, go see a shrink, but stay away from April.
She's my friend.
You couldn't care less about April.
I do, too. Why do you think I gave her my son to raise? Because she wanted to be a mother.
You dumped Jamie out because it was the most convenient thing for you to do.
That's not true. I want to help.
You're the last person I want helping April. Now, did you hear what I said? Stay away from my wife.
Well, that's gratitude for you. Look, I came here in the spirit of friendship. April Scott is a grown woman, so we'll just let her decide who her own friends are.
Do me a favor, Mike.
Anything.
When you're looking in on April, make sure that Raven isn't hanging around. The last thing I need is to worry about that one messing up April's life even more.
It'll be a pleasure, Draper.
I don't care how you do it, Mike. Just keep her away from April.
Oh, my God.
Hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
As a matter of fact, you are.
Oh, good. I hope it wasn't anything trivial like football.
No. Football season is finished. Just like our dinner. I'm really sorry about this, Raven. We were about to leave,
Logan,
so...
sit down. You haven't even eaten yet. Aren't you going to introduce us?
No.
I'm Derek Mallory. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Mallory. Please forgive my husband. He can be terribly rude sometimes. Besides, it's not Mr. Mallory, it's Chief Mallory, right?
That's right.
Tell me, Raven, is this just a happy coincidence?
No. They told me where you were at the office.
That, Jenny. She's not supposed to tell people where I am except in an emergency if she wasn't civil service.
This was an emergency. I haven't seen you in almost a week. I missed you.
Sure.
This table's only set for two. Obviously, you're not expecting female company.
We were discussing business.
Okay, I'll be quiet. I'll be a good little girl. Is that okay with you, Chief?
You'd better ask Logan about that.
Oh, he doesn't care. He's thrilled to see me. He's just hiding it.
Thrilled.
So, how do you like your job?
Pays the rent.
I was really surprised when Bill Marcel retired. How does it feel to take over for a person with a reputation like that?
Well, I don't know if I can fill his shoes, but the desk seems to be about the right size.
Raven, at the risk of being rude, Chief Mallory and I are discussing business, and it's very private business.
You don't trust my discretion, darling?
You want a straight answer or a funny one?
You know, actually, I can see why Bill Marcel retired. He can have more time with his wife now. How about your wife?
I'm not married.
Oh, I love it. The subtlety of a sledgehammer.
Oh, you're not? Well, I'm surprised. Such an attractive man.
I'm divorced.
Ew, sorry. Divorce is a nasty word, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
Well, anyways, I don't mean to put down Bill Marceau, but I must say it's very nice to have an attractive, eligible bachelor as chief of police.
Raven. It's a game, you see. Is the game over for this evening?
I wish you a lot of luck. Can I call you Derek?
Please do.
I like your friend. I'm glad you have a friend. How's Jamie?
He's fine.
We have an adorable little boy. He looks just like his daddy.
Yes, I know. I met Jamie. He's a fine young man.
Oh, really? I'll have to call Geraldine and say hello. Maybe she'll put Jamie on. I can talk to him.
Jamie doesn't keep the same hours that you do. He'll have been asleep for quite some time. Besides, he's not with Geraldine this evening. He has a sitter.
Geraldine went out. Why didn't you call me? I could have taken care of him.
I didn't want to impose.
Well, the way Geraldine dotes on him, it must have been something very important if she left him.
Yeah, she's spending the evening at WMON.
Is she being interviewed?
No, she's working there. It's the first night of a new job.
What? Geraldine Whitney Saxon has a job?
You got it.
Oh, come on. What happened when I left? Did the stock market crash?
She's working there as a favor to April.
Somehow, I cannot picture Geraldine pushing a television camera around a studio.
April needed a new station manager, and Geraldine agreed to take on the job.
Geraldine knows nothing about television.
She's getting a couple of weeks of on-the-job training to see if she can handle it, all right?
Good for her. What time is it? Oh, I have to go. I'm sorry. I was going to meet someone and I'm late already.
Please don't let us keep you.
Look, it's very nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
I hope we can get together sometime, have a little talk. We could be friends.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Don't work too late. Tell Jamie that his mother will come by and see him sometime. Bye-bye, darling. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ta. Well, you've met the wife.
Yeah, but from the way you described her, I was expecting to meet some kind of vampire with green skin and 3-inch fangs.
Well, Raven can turn on the charm when she wants to. But now that you've met her, take my advice. Do yourself a favor.
What's that?
Try to forget it.
Look, don't you understand? I'm leaving for California tomorrow morning.
Well, then shouldn't you be home packing?
I am packed. The whole damn house has been packed for days. Nola's very anxious to leave Monticello, and this time she's staying away for good.
Well, I suppose wherever she goes, you go.
We are engaged to be married.
Oh, I know. You're going to make a charming couple. Probably as charming as you and Margot Huntington. Tell me something, Eliot, just between the two of us. Which one was older?
You don't care, do you? It doesn't mean a damn thing to you.
It does. I told you I'm very happy about your engagement. Tell me something. Are you planning to have children?
You're more impossible than you ever were. I think the damp English weather has helped you grow longer claws.
Well, if I'm so impossible, then why were you so anxious to see me?
Because I want to know what's going on in that twisted mind of yours. One minute you're all over me, the next minute you're yawning in my face when I tell you I'm leaving.
Elliot, I will miss you. You are still the most handsome, sexiest man I have ever met.
Then why are you letting me go?
I can't chain you to a post.
You don't need chains. You can do the same thing with words.
I have a terrible vocabulary.
All I need is a few words of encouragement. And I might tell Mrs. Madison that I've changed my mind.
What do you want me to say? Stay, Elliot. Isn't that something you'd say to a dog?
I see this is a waste of time.
Wait. Come here. Come here, babe. I am still crazy about you. It's just that I have certain problems right now.
Such as what?
Elliot, I'm a married woman.
You never considered that a problem before.
Well, it's a problem now because I have a little boy.
Because of Jamie?
Yes.
Oh, Raven. You want me to believe that getting your baby back is the most important thing in your life?
Well, most mothers feel that way.
Oh. Look, when you left for merry old England 3 months ago, you didn't care a thing for that little bundle of heaven. Matter of fact, you dropped your little bundle off at the Scots.
England changed me, what can I say? Could I have another drink, please?
Would you care for another?
No.
Look, I'll tell you the truth. It's because of my mother. When I saw how rotten a mother could be to a child, it made me think twice.
I don't believe you, of course. I think you're trying to patch up your marriage, and Jamie is the glue.
The marriage cannot be saved.
Or maybe you're just trying to hurt Logan. You enjoy inflicting pain on men. Look at the torment you're putting me through.
Elliot, I don't mean to torment you. It's just that I can't let you get in the way of my goals.
And I'll be in the way.
Look, I cannot do anything that can be used against me, that Logan can see. Look, I don't know how close we could be if you decided to leave your movie star. But if you did stay, it would be very, very nice.
late for callers. Maybe I ought to get the shotgun, huh?
Hi, baby. Oh, I heard it on the radio. Isn't this dreadful, Geraldine?
Yes, Raven.
Poor Draper, he had everything to live for. Why did this have to happen?
Well, it's a little late at night for cosmic questions. If you want the answers to that, you came to the wrong place.
I have been beside myself all night, and I just wanted to come here and be with people who cared for Draper as much as I did. I can't believe that I'll never see Draper Scott again. I can't believe he's dead. It must be true what they say about the good dying young.
Oh, take heart, Raven. You'll probably live forever.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me, it's getting rather late. I think I'll go to bed.
Are you sure you'll be all right? I know how much you cared for Draper.
I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine. Good night.
Good night, Geraldine.
I don't think Draper had an enemy in the world. Half of Monticello is going to be mourning him.
Look, Raven, I'm feeling a little tired myself. Maybe you'd better...
No, don't go. I don't want to be alone.
Oh, I think you'll manage to survive the ordeal.
I feel so guilty. This is all my fault.
So many things are. What precisely are you taking responsibility for?
Everything was going great for everyone in Monticello till I got here. Then all hell broke loose.
Well, things are never slow when you're around.
I feel like some kind of a Jonah bringing bad luck on all his friends. Maybe I shouldn't have come back.
Well, since you feel that way, I'll be happy to drive you to the airport.
I can't go now.
No, there's no hurry, as our first plane's not till about 7 this morning.
Logan, I can't go at all. Since Draper died, it's more important for me to be here than ever before. Don't you know that?
No, but then your logic has always escaped me.
April is miserable. She needs her best friend to help her.
And you're her best friend.
I always have been.
April has more than enough people to look after her.
But I can help her. I'm a widow. I know what it's like. And besides, she has a baby. I can help her take care of her child.
Oh, yeah. Since you're such a wonderful mother, you can impart to her all the wisdom that you have gained from your experience. That should take about 5 minutes.
I'm going to make everything up to Jamie. I promise you that.
Jamie doesn't need you. April doesn't need you. I don't need you.
Well, I need all of you. Logan, don't you think that this crisis is the perfect time for us to get back together? To forget all these petty disagreements?
Petty? Petty? Oh.
I want to be your friend. Don't you think that we could start getting along now?
Why don't you ask me to do something easy, like going over Niagara Falls in a paper bag?
I'm serious.
Forget it. It's not going to happen.
I don't care what you say. I think you still care for me.
You think wrong.
You just don't want to admit it. You have a thing for me. You always have, and you always will.
Raven, that particular fire died some time ago.
Well, maybe it just needs a little spark to kindle the flame again.
I think you better leave.
Logan, I've missed you.
Raven, no games, please. Not tonight.
You always used to love those games. It's been such a long time. Haven't you missed loving me?
No.
Could be so good again, just like it always was. Could start right now. If you want more privacy, we could go back to my hotel room.
I don't think you have any feelings at all. None.
Logan, I am not going to apologize for wanting you. We're alive. Some of us more so than others, obviously.
Oh, that's it, isn't it? All of this Draper's death, it just turns you on, doesn't it?
All right, I'm leaving. But I'm very disappointed.
Sorry I hurt your feelings.
Logan, you're gonna have to rethink our relationship.
Relationship? We don't have any relationship.
You and I are married. And we have a son, Jamie.
Good night, Raven.
Now that I'm back, you can't ignore me. You're gonna have to deal with me.
Oh, I don't know. It's a pretty big town. You stay on one side, I stay on the other. We'll get along fine.
Listen to me, Logan. Either you're gonna love me, or you're gonna have to fight me.
though a harmony is hard to find, always on our mind, and frustrated days pass without sight, the edge of night, half dark, half light, as we watch our hearts trying to hold the tenderness